Hello everyone, and welcome to a reaction of Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle. This reaction video is pretty old, 3 years to be precise, so it's not in 1080p, I apologize. My computer was not as it is now back then. But instead of redoing the reaction video, I just wanted to re-upload this one, because it's still good, it still holds up. My thoughts are still the same. And with that being said, let's get into it. Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle. An orphaned boy raised by animals in the jungle seizes his destiny while confronting a dangerous enemy and his own human origins. Alright, so I understand how they're doing the whole I'm the Jungle eyes with her and seeing the past. Because, she can slip around everywhere unnoticed, being in the tree trunks and the foliage. She can see things others haven't. So I understand seeing the past and being the jungle's eyes. But seeing the future, I don't really get that aspect, because I don't see the fantasy vibe of this movie. Because we're talking about actual animals here. We're talking about actual people and all that. I don't really understand that aspect of this. So again, she's been here for a while. I don't know how long she's an anaconda, I believe. I don't know how long anacondas live. But since they're one of the apex predators, aside from man, I assume they live a pretty long while. So is there ancient law? Don't kill man specifically? Because obviously the jungle is full of, prey that Shere Khan can obviously kill for food. And he's killing humans just for the hell of it at this point. So I assume the law is to leave humans alone, so they'll leave them alone, is what I believe they're going to get at with this law. And he's just, being a dickwad. Because, he's a tiger, he can do that. And something happened with his paw, because I believe if we saw while he was stalking them, I think he was limping on it. So I think the humans might have fudged up his paw before this, so maybe this is payback for what they did to him somehow. But I don't know, maybe he instigated it first. He broke the law, but they're not doing anything about it. Is it because he's an apex predator? Because he's a tiger? We got Bajir over here, and we got Baloo. We got the wolves, the wolf pack. We got the freaking elephants. What, nobody can stand up against this one tiger for breaking the law? They can't stomp his ass out of existence? He broke the law. Do something about it. I like the blood spatter and the blood trail and the claw marks right there. That's a nice touch. All leading up to that little baby. I'm curious why he left him alone. Surely he could have got to him. The show has gotten a lot of flack, and I can kind of see why here, because you did notice with Bajira, something was kind of off with his face. And a lot of it's a lot with the other animals too. They look too humanoid in the face. They don't look like they're full animal selves. I don't know if what they were going for when they made this film. If they were trying to detract from kids wanting to watch it, because it's not exactly kid friendly. Definitely not that. From the future of what's to come in this movie, and the fact that they're just wrong looking would make a lot of people not want to watch it or be turned off. And when some of the main characters do come into play, like Baloo, that's kind of the real kicker, when people will actually turn away from watching this movie, or when people be like, all right, well, I'll just go ahead and give the show, you know, a break and continue watching it because it seems interesting. It's a new take, kind of a new take. It does actually show the villagers and him living within their kind of kingdom. But yeah, you got the animals that don't look quite like animals. And then you got the wolves. There's no wolf that looks like this. There is no. Dogs have markings like this, sure. Mixed breeds. But wolves maintain a certain kind of coloration depending on what kind of wolf it is. Unless they're mixed with, you know, certain dogs. So it's like, you're trying to figure out what kind of wolf this is. You're never gonna figure it out. There's no wolf like this. I'd say she's probably the most normal looking animal.
There's no wound.
And even then, her markings are still off.
I've never seen him.
The older wolf there, his colorations are probably normal for a wolf, but again, his face is too, his muzzle's too smooshed. It's wrong. Her muzzle's fine.
Evening, Nisha. The hand.
Now this thing,
Night, isn't it?
I'm gonna call it a thing. Look. Okay, he giggles right there. I'm gonna assume they're going for a laughing hyena right here. He's clearly a hyena. He doesn't look anything like a hyena, honestly. I'm gonna say that. The long fur on him is... I haven't really studied hyenas all that much, but I don't think they have really long fur like that, like reddish. I know their snouts are kind of odd looking. They do have weird looking faces. Hyenas do. There's something that looks wrong about them when you do look at them in real life. I guess comparing them to like other canine creatures. But the legs, the colorations on the legs remind me of, what are they? Wild dogs? African wild dogs. And then maybe the fur on top that sticks up, the maned wolf. Because they have longer fur on their spine. But yeah, this is like a variety of animals put together into one. It's just wrong. Master. That's reminiscent of The Lion King. You know, Scar has his hyena followers. So Shere Khan over here has his one hyena follower. I don't know, like, hyenas and wolves, they don't get along. Hyenas and tigers, I don't think they would get along. Hyenas are scavengers. They will take whatever they can get. God. Baloo. Something wrong with you, Baloo. Are they mates?
You know the law.
Ryan looks so much older than Nisha.
This cub was not born among us.
I don't understand this. Oh, let me try and get this right. Nisha seems to be the alpha of her little den. Whoever the older male is, I don't want to say it's her mate, because he seems so much older. And maybe it is her mate. But he doesn't seem like the alpha. Maybe she became the alpha after him, of her area, quote unquote. So he could be a beta? Possibly not. But who's this guy up here? Because he's calling the meeting. Well, he's not calling it. He's obviously the alpha of this council. How many alphas are there? Are there numerous alpha wolves up in this area? Like, of their own dens? And why, if this is a counselor for wolves, is there a freaking panther and a freaking bear? Why are there two different species amongst these wolves. Why are they accepting this? I don't understand. I've never understood that. Why are they allowing that? This is not their concern. No. That still doesn't make no sense. Also, my god, Baloo's changed. Look how... Look at him. He's been through wars, man. See what I mean about, like, all of these characters that you've come to know and love. You know, I'm just saying the animated Disney film, the cute and cuddly kind, but there's another Jungle Book film live action. I can't remember with who it was, but you know, it was much cleaner than this one. The animals actually look like animals, proper animals, mind you. And it's like, why? Why did they make the animals look like this? Why does Baloo look like this? Even Baloo doesn't like the idea of the man cub living in the jungle. When I first saw him, I thought of... what's his name? Oh, let me think about it. Oh my god, I can't remember it. Mulan. It's the guy from Mulan. The evil guy. I can't remember his name now. I had it. But those eyes. I think it started with a K as well, right? If I'm remembering correctly? I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry. Let me look it up for a moment. Shan Yu. I think that's who it was. Shan Yu is the main antagonist of Mulan. This dude looks like him in the face. They have humanoid faces. Don't look like animals, hardly. And it's just funny, because it's like, oh, this animal looks like this person from this movie. Look at that posturing. Look at all those wolves. Look at that tail in the air. The dominance. A lot of the wolves have the dominance right there, although some of them have their tails down, which I find a little bit odd. Also, he broke the law. Shere Khan broke the law. Why is he getting off the hook? He openly admitted it. You just go at him. Throw him off the cliff. After all that, we get the title screen. Interesting. So I guess this is a point where you either continue watching it or you just stop it and move on to another movie. If it takes them a really long time to die, and you're just sitting there staring at them all awkwardly. Oh, don't the Lion King it. Don't do it. Oh, he the Lion King'd it. Hakuna Matata, man.
You know what
He
your
looks so
trouble is?
old.
As fast as the other wolves.
Okay, so now that he knows his laws, what happens if he breaks the laws? Are there any repercussions?
Your guard down.
So an albino wolf? Is that what they were going for? Nice scream.
That's enough.
So Boot is kind of like the Omega. Boot doesn't really realize he's the Omega though. I mean, because he's an outcast. Well, not really an outcast, but he's so different. That makes no sense. If you get caught by Bagheera, you don't join the pack. But they are the pack. They are wolves. So what? They're like sent off on their own as lone wolves? They're kicked out of the pack because they failed? And also, what, Bagheera only catches one wolf? So only one of them fails in the end? Kind of like tag, you're it. And aside from that, Bagheera can always laser focus on one. Shere Khan wants to bring war to the jungle. He's one tiger. Dude, he'd be breaking some bones. That's a long way to fall over and over again. Oh shit. Is that actually Shere Khan? I would be freaking out internally. That's a test of how well you can hold your breath, man. It makes you wonder what he killed recently, right? Climb, dude, climb. Or fall. Falling works too. Oh, he got lucky, dude. He got so lucky. I like how the elephants look. Kind of covered in moss. Signifies how old they are. Wonder what made the elephant want to help him out. Cause that broken tusk means like man had attacked the elephant, I assume. See, that's just setting it up to tell us that Bajir is gonna make sure he fails. Bajir is gonna make it so that Mowgli does fail and doesn't join the wolf pack. Cause he's putting it forward. When you fail. Okay, since you're saying you won't fail. If you do fail. If you happen to fail. Like, he's pushing it. Which means, yeah, you're gonna fail. Because he's the one that's gonna be hunting. I'm surprised he doesn't see the hyena as a threat. Dream sees a tiger, but hyenas can be just as deadly as tigers. However, it's usually the female hyenas that run the show. She's such a sweet mama. Look at him, his eyes are directly on Mowgli. He's not gonna let Mowgli win. Mowgli knows that. He could have easily gotten one of those, come on. They were right there. Look at that, Bashir's got tunnel vision right now. He didn't even go after any of the other wolves, he just like sideswiped them. He hit them, and then he just turned around and went after the other wolves until he saw Mowgli. Come on, dude. Fight, fight, fight.
He was on the lead. I trained that boy.
Yeah, he was in the lead.
He had to fail.
Yep. Damn, they're having a bitch fight, aren't they? Just smacking each other in the face. I think it's safe to say that the monkeys are probably the normal looking animals in this show, because they have the human looking faces to begin with, right? Wow. Just knock him the F out. I wonder if they did that on purpose or were like, oops, there was a rock there. A monkey with a tambourine, nice. Really? Shere Khan's here? Didn't think he'd show up here. Where's King Louie at? Wait, where is King Louie? Is King Louie not in this one? Wow. Not even Shere Khan messes with her. Her nose looks off. Like she's rubbed it against a glass wall too many times. Like, you know, you keep a snake in an aquarium enclosure and or even a lizard, they just like rub their nose against the glass too many times or too often. And it just rubs them raw right there. That's what her nose looks like. Poor Boot.
I understand what it's like.
He's such an outcast. He finds
Babies want you.
Mowgli is different as well, and he wants to be his friend and all that. Damn, he came out wrong. Technically, they all came out wrong. Because all of them don't look like regular wolves. He missed his kill. Why are the monkeys there smacking the wolves? Why is that wolf letting the monkey ride him? Dude, just throw him off. Just throw him off the cliff. God. That's all you gotta do is just throw each one off the cliff. I mean, the rules of the jungle and all that. That's what separates humans from animals, I guess. Kinda sucks, in all honesty. Humans don't understand the rules that animals make, and animals don't really understand the rules that humans make. How could you not stare at someone doing that in a cage? How could you not hear them yelling, too?
I bear the marks of the collar under my chin.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Stories.
You'd think he'd harbor hatred toward man, then. Why in the world would he want Mowgli to stay with mankind? And just like that, they let him out. They're probably seeing where he goes. Where he goes or if he stays. But they can't figure that he'd stay. Because there's no reason for him to. He's gonna cut himself, dude. You better teach him how to use that thing. Damn. He's got a nasty looking scar. I'm surprised Shere Khan hasn't met a bullet yet. But I guess he hasn't met a hunter yet. Oh, he's making all kinds of friends. I wonder at this point if he still really wants to go back to the jungle. I mean, he hasn't returned to it, and obviously he's free to go back whenever he wants. Yeah, he's staying in the man village. I mean, is he doing it just to obey Bagheera?
The pack needs you, Mowgli.
They didn't
He's
do
not
it
Pack.
this cast.
Come home.
He is home. See what happens when you turn your back on someone? They need their help? They ain't gonna give it back to you. Of course. Regrets could be made later on. Imagine how you must feel, like, never having seen or done that before, and just being thrust into the middle of it. The elephant with the missing tusk.
I did get
A
one
little
of his
partial.
tusks, though.
He's taking a sweet ass time.
I will get him.
He's not really looking that hard. That's the real kicker right there. I'm thinking about the last thing that Mowgli said to him.
Beautiful.
I couldn't believe that the first time I saw this movie. I wonder what Mowgli thinks of that. Does he hate that guy now? But he hates himself for the things he said, that's for sure. I wonder if he was able to make himself cry during that scene. Because it didn't really seem like it. It seemed like he was like, really trying to force it. Oh, he wants to kill him. I mean, wants to stab him where Shere Khan got him? I can see the need for revenge. Is he gonna attach it back on? How's he gonna stick it back on there?
Nothing but chaos.
You can't just connect and stay.
We're friends.
Shere Khan already broke the law. Kill him.
But I'm not back. Tomorrow the tiger dies.
That's a promise. You gonna play peekaboo? There he is. Like, out of all the places he could have been in the jungle, he just happened to be there. Knock him down, yeah. That's a little gutsy. Just use the elephants to trample him. Caught the cat by the tail. Where's that hunter at when you need him? You got a gimpy foot, dude. You ain't climbing that shit. At least not very well. Ow. Yeah, that would hurt. Well, I guess it would hurt if you never heard a gunshot before. How long would it be from that far away? He wasn't really a long, long way away. He's pretty close. What a terrible shot. Oh my god. Oh, I thought that elephant like threw him like a football player kicks a football through. Aww. Oh, he's still alive. Still breathing. He hasn't sacrificed himself just yet. He took the gun though, didn't he? Is that the gunshot bullet? Well, I hate to say it, but he's an old wolf. It's time for him to step down. I hope you guys stared him in the eyes. Are they all looking at Mowgli? What did they think about that hunter that just like got sidelined by the elephant? He's not looking too good. Could always let the jungle have him. Nice, slow, painful death. Right between the eyes. He's faking it. He's totally faking it. Don't you fall for that shit? You don't get a last look. Damn though, Boot died. Boot got his head chopped off. For being an albino wolf. Are you saying Mowgli took the place of the other older wolf. Because I don't stand by that. I wish there's an in-between. Yeah, I don't stand by that for Mowgli taking the place of the older wolf, because he's neither a wolf nor a man. And it should be a wolf taking the place. Even though none of them kind of beat him in a duel. It was an odd movie. I personally liked it. It was different. You saw a lot more of the villagers and him growing up. I guess not necessarily growing up there, but interacting more with them than some of the other movies. And I kind of like that. I didn't like a lot of the looks of the animals, but I guess the more you watched it, the more you got used to it. It didn't bother you as much anymore. At least it didn't bother me as much anymore, but man, when I saw Boot, his head, I was like, oh my god, are you serious? I couldn't believe that. That was brutal. But I guess that was the last straw with Mowgli. That pushed him over the edge. So yeah, it was a pretty good show. Not the best, not the worst, but pretty good.